Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, The Bulletproof Life. My name is Ronke Odewumi and I'm delighted to have you here. What you just watched is a video of me having fun on TikTok, finding fun, interesting ways on TikTok to share money information. So if you enjoyed that video, please check me out on my TikTok channel. It's Ronke Odewumi on TikTok. As you might have figured out, today I'm going to be talking about love, about Valentine, which is coming, about love and money in the same sentence. What does love have to do with money? What does money have to do with love? Well, you're finding out in this video, money has a lot to do with love, and love has a lot to do with money. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 14 financial red flags you need to be watching out for in the person you're dating. Before you say I do, before you move in with them, before you have a baby with them, you need to watch out for these 14 red flags and check to make sure that your partner, the person you love, your Romeo, your Juliet, is not holding up any of these red flags. If you're already in a long-term relationship, you already have kids or you're already married, stay with me. If you find your partner with any of these red flags, it's time to talk, it's time to have a conversation, it's time to correct something, it's time to rejig your money relationship, it's time to check the way money is dealt with in your love relationship. What are the 14 money red flags you need to be watching out for in the person you love? The first red flag you need to watch out for is if your partner is secretive about money. They don't want to talk to you about money, about their finances. They don't want to talk to you about how much they earn, how much they have, how much they've saved, how much they're planning to save, how much they buy things, how much they spend on different things. They're just very secretive about money. Whether they have loans or they have credit cards, they don't want you to see. They don't want you to know. It's a red flag. It could mean that their finances are not in a good shape. It could also mean that they are ashamed of what they earn. It could also mean that they don't trust you. So being secretive is a red flag you need to watch out for. If somebody you're dating is secretive about money, it means that when they're in financial trouble, you will know. If they're already in financial trouble, which can later on impact you, you won't know about it. If they have bad financial habits, they don't want you to know about it. It also means they don't want to change, or they're not interested in resolving that problem with you. So that is the first red flag you need to watch out for. Somebody who is secretive about their finances is a red flag in your relationship. The second thing you need to watch out for is somebody who lies about money. This one. Somebody who lies at all, who makes lying a day job, is a problem in relationships. But I'm not here to teach you how to run your relationships outside of money. I'm here to talk about the money aspect of it. So whoever is lying about money in your relationship is a red flag. So if you're the one lying about money, you are creating a red flag for your partner. If your partner is watching this video, you're already, dealing with something that needs to be talked about. Lying about money is a no-no. It means this person spends money and lies about it, borrows money and lies about it, lies about their income. Like, I remember when I was single and I met a guy who made up money that he didn't have. He was constantly lying about how much he had, about how much he didn't have, about all the assets that he had. Let me tell you, I packed my shoes and I ran. I ran like I was being chased. Lying about money is a red flag because it means that you're never going to know where your partner is at when it comes to money. You're never going to know whether they are coming or going, whether they are financially buoyant or whether they're actually in trouble, whether you can plan your money along with their money. They're lying. You don't know where they're at. So this is the second red flag you need to watch out for. The third red flag to watch out for is somebody who spends credit casually. As I have said in previous videos, your credit card is not your money. It's borrowed money. It's somebody else's money. And if somebody else is going to take their money back, a lot of times with interest. So if you are dating somebody who spends credit casually, it means that they don't understand the basic principles of money. They don't understand what a credit card is meant for and how to spend credit. So you go to a restaurant with your sugar, with your honey, and he's bringing out credit card to pay for dinner. Problem. Or you go shopping with your darling girlfriend, an independent woman. She's buying her own things. She doesn't need you to pay, but she's paying for the bag with credit card. Problem. Somebody who spends credit casually is likely to fall into debt. They are likely to spiral into uncontrollable debt, which can drag you along and affect your own financial goals. They can affect your own financial achievements in future. Now, I'm not saying you walk away from the relationship. I'm saying there's a conversation to be had. So if you're with somebody, or you're dating somebody, or you're in love with somebody who spends credit casually, there's a conversation to be had. Gambling. This is a habit that you need to watch out for in your partner. And if you find that you are with somebody who gambles, Paddy Power today, William Hill tomorrow, Bet Niger next tomorrow, you need to have that conversation. I know that gambling can ruin finances. Even the gambling companies put it in there that you need to stop when you think you're losing control. But whoever stops, the people who gamble, do they stop? They keep going. Now, I'm not here to, to shed gambling companies. They're in their own business. But if you are with somebody who has gambling as a habit, you need to sit down and have a conversation. Otherwise, they will gamble away your savings. They will gamble away their savings. Even if they're not gambling with your money, once they are gambling with their own money, they are unable to provide the financial contribution that you need when you finally decide to make house together, have kids together, get a mortgage together and all of that. So gambling is a habit which, if your partner has it, it needs to be discussed so that it can be controlled or broken. So somebody who gambles is a financial red flag that needs to be watched out for. Someone who can hold a job down for more than 6 months is a financial red flag. Somebody who changes jobs every 6 months is a financial and character red flag. And let me explain. If somebody changes jobs every 6 months, they are less likely to benefit from what their organization has to offer. A lot of companies expect you to be with them for 3 months before you even get on their health program, on their pension program, and all of that. Once you leave in 6 months, you haven't even gotten the benefit of that, and you've left. So that person is also likely to have financial issues because they will be in between jobs, regularly. If they are with a job for 6 months and they quit, then they're out of work for a few months, start a new job, then they quit. There's a lot of up and down. You can't plan with them. It also impacts their credit because they don't have regular income. There are a lot of things you want to access that will tell you to provide bank statements of your income. When you want to get a mortgage, they ask you how long you've been in a particular job. And so if you're with somebody who constantly changes jobs every 6 months, you might struggle to get a mortgage. It could also mean that they have problems getting along with other people. They are less tolerant of other people's foibles. They are less of team players. And that is a signal you need to watch out for. If you're with somebody who, after 2 or 3 months, they're tired of the job, they need to go. This is not for me. I can do better. It could also mean that they've not defined their life's journey. They don't know where their careers are at. They don't have careers. They're just doing jobs, which could also impact you long-term, impact them long-term. Remember, we're focusing on finances here. So if somebody is changing jobs every 6 months, one day they're just going to decide, you know what? I don't want to do anything again. I'm tired. Or they might even struggle to get jobs. Once you have 5 or 6 jobs on your CV in a space of 2 or 3 years, employers are less willing to take a chance on you because they're thinking you're going to leave them in 6 months anyway, and recruitment costs money. It costs companies money. So once they are spending that money and they find that you are leaving, they stop recruiting you. That person becomes, unemployable in a sense. They can't get jobs easily. Their finances are impacted. Your finances are now impacted. So that's why being unable to keep a job for more than 6 months is a financial red flag for you. Somebody who borrows a lot from other people, that is a financial red flag. Every month, emergency. Oh, urgent need. Oh, I need to borrow. And then they are owing different people. And if you listen carefully, if you're not just, carried away with the romance and the love and the feelings and the words, and you take a minute to listen, to watch, you will know if somebody is owing a lot of people. You will know. And once you find out that this person is owing a lot of people, there's conversation that needs to be had. Because it means they're not staying on top of their finances, they're not managing their money, they're not budgeting, they're not saving, maybe they need financial coaching. It means they don't have emergency funds, so they are resorting to borrowing from other people to balance out their income. So you need to have that conversation. You need to check yourself if this is who you want to be with. And if yes, can we talk about the fact that you're borrowing or owing a lot of people? Also, if somebody is borrowing from you and other friends and family and they're not paying it back, that's a red flag. It speaks to integrity. It speaks to not respecting other people's finances. It also means that they probably don't keep their word, because this is somebody who borrows money and says, I'll pay you in 2 months. And then 2 months comes and goes and nothing. It's a financial red flag. If this person is borrowing money and they have no plan in place for paying it back, it also means that if they have a credit card, they're likely to default. If they have a loan, they're likely to default, and it will impact their credit rating and also impact how much they can access, credit for things like mortgages. So somebody who borrows and doesn't pay it back is a financial red flag. I mean, do I need to explain this further? If you're the person borrowing and not paying it back, why? Try and change. When you want to borrow the money, think about how you will pay it back. Think about your ability to pay it back. I've heard stories of people who earn, 10,000 monthly. So in a year, that's 120,000. And then they go and borrow 200,000 with plans of paying it in 6 months. How? No, how? You don't even earn that in 6 months. How? So if you're the one borrowing money and not paying it back, you're a financial red flag. And if your partner is the one borrowing money and not paying it back, it's something you need to put on the table and have a conversation about. Somebody who lives a flashy lifestyle, prioritizes how others see them, keeping up with the Joneses, it's a red flag. If your partner is all about the latest shoes, the latest brands, the latest cars, the latest designer items, going on holidays because other people are doing it, expensive holidays, living up to the expectation of others, that flashy lifestyle, it's a red flag, because it's not going to stop, just because they're in love with you. It's not going to stop because you got married to them. It's not going to stop because they have a child now and they have other bills to pay. That is who they are. And so that is a conversation that needs to be had. You need to be sitting down with your partner and saying you are enough. We don't have to be flashy about it. We don't have to, keep up with the Joneses. It could also mean that you're not on the same page financially. You don't have the same financial outlook, the same financial goals. So a flashy lifestyle, keeping up with the Joneses, and prioritizing how other people feel or think about you in your spending is a financial red flag. One of the big parts of Valentine is gift giving. Giving your loved one a gift, receiving a gift from them. And when you're dating and the relationship is young and romantic and hot, you want to show this person how much you love them. You want to show your lover that, you're my world, you're my everything. You want to buy them a mind-blowing gift. But buying expensive gifts that are beyond budget is a red flag. If your partner is spending money they don't have to buy you expensive gifts because they are in love with you or, they adore you, it could also mean that they have a poor understanding of finances. They have, poor understanding of how to manage money. They are borrowing money to buy you gifts. It's an expensive habit. It's a red flag. It's a habit that needs to end. So buying expensive gifts, going overboard, while it seems loving and romantic and sweeps you off your feet, could also sweep you in tears in future, because this person is not going to stop unless this conversation is had. This person doesn't see anything wrong in going into debt to express their love. This person probably thinks that expensive gifts are the only way they can show you how much they love you. And that's a problem, because they will run into debt. And if your lover, your best friend, your sweetheart, the person you want to spend forever with is in debt, are you not in debt? Somewhat. And that's why I'm saying expensive gifts, somebody who goes overboard when they are giving gifts to you or to other people, is a red flag. If you're with someone who has worked for a number of years, 10 years, 12 years, and they have no assets to show for it, that's actually a red flag. If you've worked for so long and they haven't put aside anything, no savings, no investments, no property, no shares, no gold, nothing to show for the 12 or 10 years of work, it's a red flag. It means that this person is, living beyond their means or living on their means. They're not living below. They're not managing anything. They're not managing their finances. They're not budgeting. And if they're not doing it now, if they haven't done it for the last 10 or 12 years, Why will they start because they are with you? Why will they start saving and budgeting because they are with you if you don't talk about it? So this red flag is something that needs to be discussed if you are with someone who has worked for a number of years and they have nothing to show for it. Someone who makes late payments on credit is a red flag. So if you have a credit card, your partner has a credit card, but every time you are sending them with letters, reminder letters, late payment letters, is a problem because they don't recognize the importance of making credit payments on time. When you make late credit payments, it reflects on your credit history. So if your partner is somebody who has a lot of late payments on their credit history, it will impact you in future if you decide to buy something together like a property and they have bad credit. So making late credit payments is a red flag that needs to be discussed, that needs to be watched out for, that needs to be run away from sometimes. If somebody is refusing to change, if you've had that conversation and they're still refusing to pay their credit card on time, they're getting all these late payments, they're going to spiral into bad debt. Making late credit payments is something that's going to stick on your file for 5 to 6 years, and so it's a red flag if your partner or the person you love is doing it. Impulsive spending. Somebody who spends impulsively is a red flag. You've gone for a drive. He just drives into a dealership and says, I like this car. It's nice. Oh, I've always wanted a Mercedes GLX. Let's do it. And they go in, whip out the credit card and buy a car. Problem. If there's somebody who just decides out of the blues to make purchases that were unplanned and run around and do it on credit, wipe out their emergency funds or their savings, just to buy this impulsive purchase, or somebody who wakes up one day and just, starts clicking online and is buying impulsively, is a financial red flag. So if your partner is doing it or you're the one doing it, there is need for change. You need to have that conversation with your partner, or your partner needs to have that conversation with you because you are making impulsive spending and it needs to stop. Another red flag that is worth watching out for is somebody who makes investment decisions on unverified tips. They just make investment decisions blindly. They just hear that, oh, something is happening, and without thinking about it, they've invested. Oh, they said it's good to buy this particular stock. The whole world is buying it. Oh, people are going to make money. They bought it. No research, no questions asked. They've bought it. Oh, somebody said they can help us get land on one Spanish island. We don't even have to see it. They will just buy the land for us and manage it for us, and we'll make money. They handed over money. Somebody who makes investments on unverified tips or makes them blindly is a red flag, because they will invest their money and invest your own, and the two of you will lose money. So this is a conversation that needs to be had. This is something that you need to check. And that brings me to the last point. Somebody who wants to dictate or control how you spend your money. Oh, this one is bad on so many levels, because this person wants to control your purse strings and their purse strings. While I'm an advocate of a joint, money management for couples, I do it and I advocate it all the time when you're with someone that you completely trust, and who's on the same page with you financially. It's a red flag if the person you're with is always trying to control your spending. One, it could mean they don't trust you financially. They don't trust your financial ability to manage money. And so the two of you need to sit down and have a conversation. It could also mean that it's just a control thing. It's a power thing. They want to be in charge of your money. And that's not okay. You're an adult earning your own income. Somebody else shouldn't be controlling how you spend, unless you are the one that is guilty of all the flags I've talked about here. And if you are, then maybe you're the person that needs to be walked away from, or the person that needs financial coaching, and you need to reach out to me. But the point I'm making is that your partner shouldn't be trying to control your finances. Finances need to be discussed, agreed, managed together, but not controlled. So if somebody is trying to control your spending, deciding what you buy, who you give money, how you spend money, it's a financial red flag you need to watch out for. So I've now shared with you 14 financial red flags you need to watch out for in your romance, so that you are sure that you are with somebody who is on the same financial page with you. Statistics have shown that money and financial matters is a great part of what breaks up a lot of relationships. The other thing that breaks up relationships is sex, as you all know. But money is one of the top 3 things that breaks up a lot of relationships, which is why you and your partner need to be on the same page financially. So run through these 14 things again. Check that you're not guilty of any of them. Check that your partner is not guilty of any of them. And we can go on and have a fantastic Valentine celebration. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please press the like button so that YouTube can share my video with other people like you who are interested in finding out the financial flags they need to be watching out for in their relationship. If you are yet to subscribe, please do me a solid. Press the red button on your right to subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell so you can get notifications every time I share a new video. I share videos on Mondays and Thursdays, and I'm here talking about money, budgeting, saving, investing, and building a bulletproof life. We on air are a bulletproof community. We are building a life that is bulletproof from trouble by managing our finances the right way. Until my next video, you take care of yourself and keep living that bulletproof life. Bye-bye.